Hey, we're live. Okay, sweet. Hey, welcome to the workshop number 99.
Wow.
Um, this is a comedy safe space, so if you guys want to say the N word, I'm not going to tell your parents. Um, so, how it works is again, you're going to do a set based on the topic you were given.
Can't hear you, bro.
Do real
Nice.
jokes and get feedback on those. So, Jason, you're up first. Let me know what your topic is and when you're ready to begin, and I will start your time.
My topic is fat.
Hmm,
And so, y'all ready with us? I'm ready. Let's do it.
cool.
All right. So my topic's fat. And then when Scott first gave me this topic, I was like, hey, fuck you, buddy. Because I felt like it was a personal attack. Then I was happy because, hell, if I know anything, it's fat. You know what I mean? I'm so fat when I go to the all-you-can-eat buffet, I always have a safe word. I'm so fat, I count how much money I have by how many cheeseburgers I can buy. You may have $400, but I have 187 cheeseburgers in the bank. Uh, Fat people are starting to get blamed for a lot of stuff, like high healthcare costs, which is ridiculous. We don't go to the doctor; they weigh you there. That's crazy. Getting the fat person to the doctor is like taking a meth head to a dry out center. We know we need to go, but we're having too much fun doing what we're doing. The only difference is a meth head will steal your shit and pawn it and go on a 3-day banger. Us fat people, the worst one will do it all is still eat all your cheeses and leave an empty box in your pantry. I don't like being fat, but there are worse things, like being short. That's hands down has to be the worst. Like, I know being blind is bad, but can you imagine being short? Like, what good is it to see everything if you can't even change the light bulb? You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, this ain't great. I also feel like us fat people should not, have a parade, but we're all too lazy to organize it. I would ride a float, but it would just be my couch. We could do it the day after Thanksgiving. It could be us just eating scraps from leftovers. But it would be hard getting sponsors. Like McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's wouldn't want to have anything to do with it. But I bet we could get the company that deals with diabetes as sponsors. And I could carry a sign that says, hey, I may be fat, but at least I'm not short. That's all I got about the fat. That's it.
Cool.
Okay.
Clapping. Sweet. Awesome. Scott, do you have any feedback?
On the jokes,
Yeah.
well, it's not really so much feedback on the jokes per se as the way they're delivered. I feel JD kind of rushes himself through the set, and I can't catch up with his thought before he gets to the punchline. He's not giving me enough time to process it. That's my assessment.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm off base there.
No, you're off base. I get that every time I do this.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Okay. Well, if I
fix it, right?
no, seriously, I mean the jokes aren't bad. They're all good, but if you give yourself more time to get to the end of it before you just go poof, 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 and I'm going, huh?
Right.
By the time you did the fourth joke, I was already behind. I was like, okay, that's the one that I heard before that I didn't get a chance to laugh at because it happened to the next one that happened so fast. So just slow down. And I mean, I'm very slow on stage generally. I try not to rush because it is a problem of mine. When I do it, I know it, and I'm going blah, 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 and nobody gets it. Nobody gets anything. I could say the funniest shit in the world, and no one would think it was funny because I'm just gunning through it, and it's probably part of it as well. Is it kind of brings up a sense that you don't really have faith that your humor is working. So you got to get through it before you feel like you're going to fail. And that's a mistake, because this place is not any reason for me to worry about it, or Bilal to worry about it, because we're not going to say fuck all. We won't say anything to you.
All right, good deal. Appreciate it. Good look.
That's my assessment.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
I think I got a point there, bub.
I think you do too, man.
Yeah,
I agree.
right.
Too.
I concur.
I think the
When you do your own stuff next, after this little intro part, try to take your space and use the time, because I'm not going to run out of time, and Bilal's not going to run out of time. So it's not like anyone's hidden there with a watch and going, I got a finger on the light and you're going to go off stage when I push this button. It ain't going to happen here. So don't let it happen.
Gotcha.
Just take the opportunity is given to you. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's it. I'm a big mouth, so you
It's
know.
all right. I can take it.
It's-
boy.
yeah, I'm a bit of an asshole. So whatever.
I can appreciate that too.
I'm the Larry David of this fucking group. So
What about you, Bilal? Do you have anything?
someone's got to be an asshole, and you might as well be me. So
Heard?
well, I was thinking that there's so many, because it's hard to do a really good fat joke, like, because it's a very common topic, and I feel like that would make it really hard to come up with things for that premise, like I just like where I'm trying to think about whether there's like another angle to fat, like maybe, like I don't know, like fat on a steak or something. Like, have you ever gotten like a steak? Like, what if you ordered a steak and it was like all fat and no steak? Because apparently people like when their steak has some fat on it, but I feel like too much would just be really, really gross. Because, like, imagine just getting a plate of fat. That'd be disgusting.
and that's funny.
What about I'm so fat? When I see fat on my steak, I get aroused or something.
Whoa, man, you're going too fast, man. I can't understand.
Well, I thought the one part where you were doing the bit about how you figure things in terms of consumption of food, that you don't have so much money as you got so many cheeseburgers. I mean, to me, that's a funny joke. It just has to be worked.
Right.
And it's there. I mean, it's there. Just, take your time with it and it'll work. I think it will.
Right.
What do you think of that topic?
I mean, actually, I thought it was a good topic. I wrote all this at 9 o'clock. I've thought about it all day, but I didn't get to sit down with the pen until like 9 o'clock tonight. So that's what I come up with.
You said taking the test behind me the other day, looking over my shoulder, right? Yeah.
Apparently,
No,
oh, sorry.
I think it's a good topic. I mean, I don't know anything about it because I'm not really fat, and I don't really know much about fat. And I think what Bilal was saying is an interesting thing, because how can you do that? And I mean, this is supposed to be a safe space, and we're all supposed to be very comfortable with everything. But honestly, fat jokes are political dynamite, right? I mean,
Yeah, but I think it's like anything else, though. I think when I'm fat, I can get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
the thing.
I can't see you, so I don't know how fat you are. Are you fat?
Yeah.
You think fat?
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I was saying, I think because like for a joke to be like funny, you have to kind of like trick people into like thinking, I don't know, a certain way, and then like take the rug out from under them. I think that's like kind of like you try
That's really good. That's a really good point.
you try to surprise them, and I feel like if it's something like that, it's like, harder to surprise them because like you've heard so many for like your entire life, you've heard fat
Mhm.
jokes, so you kind of know the structure of all of them. But like I'm trying to figure out a way
That's a good point.
that would like you could like just take it in a completely different direction, like out of nowhere, because I feel like that was like in the Middle East apparently like in the olden times being fat was like a sign of success, because like it meant you
Mhm.
had food and
Yeah,
shit.
for sure. Fat people were thought of being well off because they could afford to feed themselves.
Yeah, but like, what if imagine like, what if they had like a reverse liposuction?
Yeah,
It's pumping it into
yeah.
you.
To inject fat, so you're well off. That's a
Yeah.
good. That's a really funny. You could use that. That's.
Well, yeah, like
Would you
your
go with this from here? Would you take this to the stage?
Oh, right now I wouldn't think where it's at, but that's what I would think. Like I think it's funny, like reverse liposuction. Like used to people want to be skinny, but now people are injecting fat into their asses, so like
Oh, that is.
I was thinking like your relatives die and everyone's fighting over their fat. This fat has been in our family for.
That's a good point. You could say that, and it's kind of it leads itself for that, right with what you're talking about. That fat was a sign of of being well off, and then well, I don't want people to think I'm not rich, so I'm going to have reverse liposuction. I mean, it's got legs. It could work for sure.
Or if people like can't afford that, they're like walking around wearing fat suits.
Yeah.
I've got actually.
Or they take that one to say, well, I'm going to buy myself some fat suits. You think I'm fat now? Wait till you see me with a fat suit on. And
I've got a joke in my personal stuff that I've done, my own. It's about reading self-help books, and but they always want to put responsibility on you for being like fat. Like I don't like that. I never sold donut sandwiches with a fried chicken in the middle of it. That's KFC's fault that I'm fat. It ain't my fault. Something like that. I don't know. I think it's funny.
No, that's fine. No, it's actually quite. I saw the topics when the topics came through today. I've seen everyone was talking this and this and this, and I thought, wow, those are interesting topics. I could probably do something with that.
Yeah.
And I'm really not happy with mine. So. No, I got Scott Porteous sent me a text message. Says, okay, pick a number between 1 and 13. So I said 8. That's my lucky number. And he said, okay, your topic is slot machines. And I said, well, now 8 is not my lucky number anymore, because that's not a lucky slot machines. I don't know. I worked hard to find ways to make it funny, but holy crap.
That sounds like a derogatory term for a lady.
Don't think I didn't go there, bud.
I'm sure you did. I can't wait.
I went around that block. I've got a couple lines and you'll hear it and you go, wow, you didn't back off of that. And I really am not. I don't think anything I wrote particularly is very funny. But I've never done anything with slot machines before. And this kind of the point of the exercise is to stretch your writing. So I thought, okay, why not? I'll do what I can. So.
Well, if you don't have any more feedback, it will be your turn. So your topic is slot machines. And yeah, like let me know when you're ready to begin, and I'll start the clock. But you can take a little time if you need to.
Yeah, just let me grab my. I'm just gonna head to the other room. I just got something here. I'll get right back. Okay.
Okay. Cool. So how about those aliens?
Which ones are we talking about?
Didn't they say that they found like some kind of alien technology and like it was just in the news for like a week, and then we just kind of forgot about it because the world is melting around us.
Yeah. Actually, man, What was the guy that's on Joe Rogan? He did he had a
Who,
documentary made and all that stuff.
Bob
Bob.
Lazar.
Bob Lazar, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was pretty interesting, I thought. It's like they almost come out and confirmed everything he said, right?
I don't know, but like I try to actually avoid those kinds of stories because they're existentially terrifying to me.
Right.
I'd like to be the only dog in the fight, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, are you ready? Or
Okay, I will look at what I have here somewhere. Trying to see which one is the first one I was doing.
do you think they have their brains on the outside, like in Mars Attacks? Because that movie really scared me as a kid.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was talking about aliens.
Oh, aliens. Where'd
Yeah.
that come from? We
No,
talking
just-
about aliens?
Yeah, I was just talking about alien, like because like they said the government found some kind of weird alien like technology or something, and they admitted it like recently, and we just
Nobody
like,
blinks a
kinda-
fucking eye.
we just kind of glossed over it because we're dealing with the end of the world as we know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already racist against aliens.
All right.
I don't even need to see them. Okay.
I'll try these jokes and see what you guys think. I'm a little disjointed because, like JD there, I'm trying to figure it out as we go here. Okay. Okay, so slot machines, the name tells you something about how much you can lose. Lots. In a place of business whose object is to take your money devotes 80% of their floor space to a slot machine, do you really think you have a good chance to win? I would consider a slot machine a reverse ATM. Slots are designed on the tension release principle, which is only and as often as no release, it's sort of like half a hand job. I realized why my friend, who was a cocaine addict and now is a slot machine addict, because when I played a slot machine, the game kept asking me, how many lines do I want it? Another friend of mine from Tokyo thought a slot machine was a female sex robot, but he said it might be a slit machine or a slut machine. He wasn't sure which. And actually, that's not far off the truth, because machines are designed with the tension release principle, but there's rarely release, and I've said that joke already. Okay. Slots are not big in Tokyo. They play pachinko instead. Similar to slots, but in pachinko, you lose your marbles after you play instead of before. Slot designers are always looking to get players into the zone. Unfortunately, for many of them, it's really the Twilight Zone. It's actually a common design to work on TV themes like Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right. And I wonder why they never used The Biggest Loser. Donald Trump had a slot machine before he was president. It kept taking your money until you hit the jackpot, and then it declares bankruptcy. But it was not very popular because only 35% of the people liked it, or the people with really small hands. That's it.
Sweet,
I think it's
sweet.
pretty good.
Awesome. I'm clapping with my hands.
Oh, clap. Oh, crap.
JD, do you have any feedback?
No, I thought that was pretty good, man. I thought you done good with that topic. pull out some of those jokes. It was pretty good, man. You was
It's hard. I'm telling you right now, I did 2 days of research, and I never researched anything. Okay,
I
but
like
I had to
the
look it up because I didn't know fuck all about that. I didn't know anything about that. And there's some really interesting articles on. There's more serious, not comic, but you should read those because holy crap, I was fucking surprised at what the fucking people are doing. You know, casinos actually have a formula for the return of profit on floor space. I could not believe that.
oh yeah, I really like the half a hand job joke was pretty funny. I thought that was probably my favorite one. Like
No.
it's like getting half a hand job, like there's no release.
Job. Well, yeah, tension release. That's what I thought of.
There's plenty of tension, but no release.
That's right. That's what I thought of when I heard that line. I thought, okay, that's a hand job, isn't it?
It's half of one.
I like the one about the sex robots. I was thinking like maybe it turns into a slit machine. Well, I mean maybe a slit machine is a suicidal sex robot.
Beautiful. You could use that. I've tried to play with the idea of the slot or the slit or the slut, right? It's kind of all playing against each other. And there was another one in, I didn't put it in here, but I was trying to figure it out how to put it in. So he thought it was something like that because it was 3 cherries. I couldn't figure a way to make it work.
Isn't there? You guys can tell me. Isn't there people who cut themselves for sex? Like they get aroused by cutting themselves. Like I don't know. Maybe work that in as a slit machine. Like I don't know.
What's that?
Isn't there by cutting themselves?
Isn't there people like, or they're called cutters who get aroused by like they cut themselves and shit?
Oh yeah.
You know, like a slit machine. Like oh, this bitch is going to cut me now. I'm turned on. You know, like.
Well, am I really just too old for you two guys? That you don't think what a slit is?
Oh, I know what a slit is. Yeah.
Okay.
What is this? You're speaking the Elden tongue. I know not of the slits.
No. That's because I'm 57 years old and you're a kid.
Really? I'm 56.
No way. Get out of here. Really?
Black don't crack.
Well, we used to call a woman's private parts a slit.
What?
Back in the day.
Oh my God, that's so. Whoa, you rascals!
Yeah, it is pretty bad, isn't it? I told you if I played any of that on stage, I would expect to be booed, or women would be really angry.
Yeah, there could be nuns in the crowd. You know, they probably faint.
I would imagine. No, that's pretty.
Where'd you get that from? Slit for a woman's private? That don't make any sense.
That's the raciest thing I put in this thing, and I wasn't really sure how it would work, and I don't really think it does work, but
it's there though. There's something there. Just keep working with it.
Like the thing of it is with me, I couldn't think of any way to make slot machine funny because to me they're not funny. They're a tragedy. You know, and I know tragedy can be funny if you play it the right way, but I had actually 2 good friends of mine committed suicide over slot machines. So it's so much something I'm really happy about. I'm true. That's the truth, my friends. I'm not lying.
Wow.
Damn, that's deep.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, the thing of it is, you know, when you look at the slot machines today, and I don't know if you know anything where you go or you play slot machines, if you're ever in that kind of thing. I hated slot machines for that very reason, because they're the worst odds in the casino. There's no doubt about it. They're terrible. And the thing is, they're so easy now because you just take your $1 or $5 or $100 or whatever, stick it in, and it's like it sucks it in, and you're gone. And people are the bit about the joke about the zone. That's not really a joke either. because that is true. That's what the game designers are looking for, is for people to go into that space cadet, have no control, right? And lose all sense of themselves. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah,
And they
autopilot.
said,
Isn't that why they don't have any windows? They don't ever close.
that's exactly right.
Yeah, I've never,
It's not easy to see.
I've never been in a casino. Like, I make most of my money. Like, most of my money is made by people who pay me to stop biting them.
Yeah, well, I used to go to casinos all the time. I don't do it anymore because it's really not. You can never ever win anything. I learned that a long time ago. You're never going to win.
Yeah, but you can always lose.
But it was fun to try to find a few jokes about it anyway. And I think the one joke that I really liked was the Donald Trump joke. I told my dentist that joke yesterday and he laughed.
Yeah, so. But you guys in Canada don't appreciate the genius of our
of your glorious leader,
our high-level government officials.
Oh Lord!
I would imagine with a comic crowd being this group is comics. No, I don't expect ever to find a Donald Trump fan here, ever.
I'm neutral. I don't really care either way. I think everyone sucks.
Well, honestly,
I fucking hate him. So there, you're confirmed confirmation. There you go.
Hey, if you're listening to this, get them. Don't get me. I'm cool.
I think he's insane. I thought he was insane a little bit before. Now I think he's absolutely around the bend. I think there's no control. Absolutely none. And that's a scary thing because we don't live in your country, but we're like very close to the border. And, you know, if he went crazy, he'd hurt us just as bad as he'd hurt you.
Yeah, like a fucking, like your country's like a giant, like, hat, or I was going to say leech, but I don't want to be mean to Canada. They don't deserve that anymore.
What did you say?
I was calling Canada parasitic. We need to detach ourselves from fucking
of the United States. That we're parasites of the United States.
Yeah.
Is that what you?
Britain is too far, so now they've latched onto us.
Friend, you are very, very misguided. I hate to tell you, that's not true.
Have you? You all know who Phil Hanley is?
No.
He's a comedian. He's got an awesome joke about being Canadian. He says his grandma's got a good friend. They all live together, but you know, she's like 72. The friend is, and she keeps on telling people that Phil Hanley is his friends with benefits because he's Canadian.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's funny. See, that's funny.
Yeah, they won't mind though.
I think that is funny, and that works for me.
Yeah,
I think he is his friend with benefits, and I'm not surprised.
Anyway, what I was saying was Canada would be nothing without us here to protect them. We're keeping
that's true. There's some truth to that. I'm not going to say no. I mean, the rest of the world is kind of very much dependent on the United States and has been since the Second World War, right? So that's true. But I'll tell you the one thing in this country that's probably the hardest thing to be here, and that's why you would see that most of the really, really funny people from Canada live in the United States now because we can't make a living at it here. And you can down there, right? It's true.
I don't know.
Apparently.
Well, look at the list of people from Canada. Well, some huge long list of funny people from Canada.
That
Norm
might have been
Macdonald's from Canada. Jim
Norm
Carrey's from
Macdonald
Canada.
is a fucking hack.
You don't like Norm Macdonald?
He's a hack.
Really?
No, I'm joking. I just
He's really funny. He's one of my faves.
no, I've been like I haven't been serious this entire time. I feel like I was waiting for you to catch on.
Do you have material? Did you get a topic, Bilal, or no?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
topic. I was
what
just
you
stalling.
have to say.
I was trying to fill the time, but I
No,
apologize to anyone
don't
listening to
stop
this who might
me,
be
brother.
from Canada or of Canadian descent. I don't hate Canada.
No, nothing you would say about Canada would bother me at all.
I heard Canada. Never mind. I don't want to do it.
No, go ahead. Tell me.
Huh?
Tell
Well,
me your
okay.
anti-Canadian joke.
Okay,
I'm dying to hear it.
don't tell anybody I told you this. But I had a friend who he went to a party and he was like it was at a club and he went out back to have a cigarette and he looked behind the dumpster and he saw Canada blowing another dude. He said not to tell anyone, but you guys know. But not that there's anything wrong with that, you know. Like Canada can do what Canada wants, but I'm just saying it's between you, me, and Canada. Like
You saw the entire country blowing a guy?
yeah, the entire country of Canada was blowing a
Oh,
dude
wow. They're all
behind
about
the
cocksuckers,
behind the
according to your
dumpster.
friend.
But that's not the worst part. The worst part is when Canada was done blowing the dude, he gave him a fucking nickel. Canada blew a dude for a nickel behind a dumpster. I'm not here to judge Canada. I'm just saying, take it how you will. Just I'm saying like you might want to get checked out. You know, I've heard you've been around Canada. Like I don't know where I'm going with this. I just spilled my beer.
There's a lot about Canada that I'm not a big fan of. Really, I'm not. But there's a lot of things about this country that I do like. So.
Okay. Well,
It's a damn sight better than Detroit. Holy shit.
Hey, what the fuck? Hold on a minute.
I've been to Detroit. And you know what happened when I went to Detroit? I went over the Windsor Bridge from Toronto, and it got mixed up, and I got the wrong directions. I wound up in this part of the city, and I didn't know where it was. And somebody told me, "Don't get out of your fucking car, you dumbass, because they'll kill you here."
No, they won't. That's the thing. People always think that, and then they
Well,
come and
that's
they're like,
what
"Oh, weird."
I'm just
And
telling
you're
you.
like, oh, look at a racist person. Oh my god,
No,
in
I'm
real
just
life.
telling. I didn't care. I mean, I don't know
No,
fuck all.
No, that's the thing. It's like
the same thing happened in Chicago. I was warned not to get out of my car in Chicago.
Yeah, I wonder what those places have in common.
Somebody else said the same thing, but I went out of my car anyway because I wanted to have fun. So
you're still alive? Oh my gosh!
I am alive. Bully for me.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, you got to see this year and all the things happening with the aliens. Anyway, my topic is cosplay, which I have kind of an anecdote, I guess, because I'm not normally I'm not an expert on the art of costume wearing, but I always wanted to cosplay.
Costumes?
You know what cosplay is?
That's your topic, costume?
No, cosplay. It's when people dress up like video game characters or TV show characters or yeah. Okay, so last year I did a show at an unnamed biker clubhouse in Michigan, and it was the same day that YumaCon was going on. And if you don't know what YumaCon is, it's a con, like a comic convention or whatever, but for people who are fans of anime. and I'd never been to one of these like types of conventions, and I assumed like going there that people would be wearing costumes, of their favorite characters and stuff, and I arrived like after the show. Like I went, I just went there because someone else who was on it was going and invited me. So I went there, go to the place it's at. It's like it's downtown, Detroit, big tall building. I go up the stair things, the stair-like apparitions leading upward. Now that I think about it, they might have been actual stairs. I never thought about that, but that might be what stairs are. But anyway, I went there and there were a bunch of people in costumes. Like everyone's wearing like their favorite fucking Dragon Ball Z characters' clothes and hair and their whatever. And I'm the only one there. Like, well, there are a few people not in costumes, but I feel like I was the least costumed person because I wasn't even wearing like any sort of memorabilia or anything. No, not even a pin. So I get there not knowing what to expect. I go upstairs and I noticed the further up I go, the less anime characters there are, and the more like furries there are. And if you don't know what a furry is, it's you know what a furry is. Don't fucking lie to me. But fucking anyway, and I'd never seen any of them in person, and I'm not one to really have a closed mind, so I continue venturing further and further upward, and actually, I'm gonna stop telling this story now. Anyway, cosplay.
What?
Yeah, I don't wanna, yeah, we're live on
You
Facebook.
cheated me. I was following you all the way. What's happened?
Oh,
I'm sure there's a good line to it. Why you stop? That's not
Yeah.
fair.
I've been winging it on these. I don't know what I'm gonna say till I start talking, and people tell me I have no filter. So this is me trying to develop a filter. Anyway, I'm not one to judge people. If you're a
You
grown
gotta
person
have
and
something there.
want to dress up as a fucking animal, that's cool.
We're just playing.
Yeah,
It's
these
worth
people are
it.
normally pretty nice. Pretty awesome. Everyone's cool, man. But anyway, cosplay. Yeah, because cosplay always seemed really cool to me, but it looked like it'd be really expensive to get into. Like, because if I was going to dress up as someone, I would want to, like, go all out on the like costume. I would want to, like, have the little, like, I don't know if they had, like, a little bag. I want to have the little bag. And inside the bag, I would keep my drugs. But anyway, this has been a weird rambling set of thoughts, but cosplay. Well, I guess the thing, like, I wonder, like, what you would have to do to afford to be able to dress up in extremely intricate costumes on a regular basis, and I'm wondering if, like, a lot of those people are, like, I don't know, like making their money through illicit means, like bank robbery or like paying people to wait. Oh no, that's the opposite of making money. Getting people to pay them to stop biting them, because that's a really lucrative business. If you guys aren't in it, you should get into it. On the side sometime. Just start biting somebody, and then they'll be like, "Ow, what did it stop?" And they'll be like $5, and then you start biting them again. And they'll hand you $5 like 9 out of 10 times. Sometimes they like mace you, but you got to take it how it comes. You can't win them all. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Thanks guys for listening. You have any feedback?
Go ahead, Scott.
There's a story there. You were right on it, and you were following it the right direction. And then you said, kind of bail. You said, I don't want to do this one, so I'll just stop.
Oh, not on the internet. If we were
Who's
like at a
watching
bar, no, it's gonna last forever though. It's just gonna be
you?
sitting
Doubt
there.
it. You think anybody besides these three people right here know anything about what's going
I don't
on
want the
here?
I don't want the furry community coming after me.
Oh, no.
I hear those
I'm just.
people they're really ruthless.
How about you, JD? Are you disappointed?
Yeah, but I think it's a funny place. Like, what's the
I'm
furry
telling.
community? Like, what's the furry community going to do? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying
Like,
these people are
how
well
about you get
connected.
it for $5?
And this, I could tell you guys after we stop being live, if you really want to know. But anyway,
I thought the way you did the stairs, I thought that was actually. I
Seriously,
giggled a little
my,
bit out. That's pretty funny.
I,
Like your deadpan delivery on it was pretty good, man. I like that. Like,
I'm totally with him. You were right on the track, and the train was running, and it was really going somewhere. And then all of a sudden, you said, "Nah, stop."
yeah. Well, I
And
mean, but that train was going to Auschwitz, though. You know, people were saved. They're spilling out. They're running off into the woods, and they're laughing now. You know, they're still around. It's a happy ending.
I think there's real potential for a joke out of that, more than just internet goof like this is. I don't have anything I prepared that I think I could use anywhere else but here for this. That's it. But what you were working on, that's got potential for more than just this. That's my feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's kind of a rich vein to mine. You know what I mean? Because perversion, let's face it, that's kind of what that is. That could be really lucrative.
I'm going to refrain from comments.
Go the whole way through it, and then you could throw in the bit about biting people at the end, and it would work really well.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I'll probably keep that one. That seems like a good way to go. Thank you.
I think like if you ever like if you ever been to a cosplay convention, you know, you tell a story about going one time. Like, I actually went one time and made all kinds of money. I was just having people pay me to stop biting them. You know, like you got kicked out of the cosplay arena because you was biting the cosplay people or something. I think it should be funny. Or like you think it's a borderline child abuse to make your child dress up in cosplay? You know,
Or something like
your families
you
show
made-
up together and get dressing up their kids' little dorky fucking outfits. Like, you know, I don't know.
yeah. Or you use that and say you made a lot of money last week by not biting people, and it afforded you to buy the best costume in the place. And then tell the story, ba ba ba, the bears, ba ba ba, ba ba ba, furries, ba ba ba, ba ba ba, and then biting at the end. And you come back to it. You know what I mean? Return of the Jedi.
Return the Slab. Do you think Return of the Jedi was like the weakest of the original trilogy?
It was considering it came after Empire Strikes Back, it was pretty lame. Because Empire Strikes Back was really good.
Yeah, the first act of Empire was like really good, but like I rewatched it recently. I rewatched all three of them, and I feel like it kind of petered out toward the end. You know, it was like kind of like the Hoth scenes were really cool, and I'm sure like they still hold up. You know, the Tauntaun and everything. But it got kind of weird and slow at times. I feel like people are too hard on Return of the Jedi.
Like when it was pushed out a long time ago, did you actually see it in a theater?
Well, yeah, I told you I'm 56. I was there.
Well, no, that's why I'm asking you. Did you actually see it in the theater? I would imagine you did because everyone else did.
Yeah, it was a cultural experience.
Yeah, we did mushrooms and saw that movie, and it was really good.
Mushrooms weren't invented yet. That was a trick. You're trying to get me to bite. I'm not going to fall for it, though.
Come on. We got nice legal weed here in Canada now, but mushrooms are still illegal. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, you don't want to go insane and start staring at the
Mm,
sky.
That's
Naughty
true.
people.
Mushrooms can do that to you. Yes, that is true.
No, but so can life.
That's true too. Well, I liked the bit. I figured you didn't pull it off. You didn't complete that pitch, and I was kind of sad to see that because I thought you had something on the plate. I really did.
Uh,
How about you, JD? Did you think he was on something there?
Yeah, he was going somewhere with it. I would like to see where we went, but
I can
Yeah,
finish it.
honestly, there's something funny there. I don't know what it is because I'm not writing the joke, but for you, you could make it work. You know, I think you could.
Yeah. I want because I want my main goal is to like make it like fun, more funny and less mean. And I'm trying not to come off as mean.
You know what? I have to say, my feeling about you, that's not possible because I think that's your style.
Yeah, I'm incredibly mean and also incredibly unfunny.
No, your mean can be very funny. Mean can be really funny if it's done the right way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
About Don Rickles, do you think he's a nice guy? He's a nice guy, really. In real
he's
life,
dead.
on stage, he's a super nice guy.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's done well, it takes tact and thought. And that was just a rambling stream of consciousness. So I didn't want the original draft of that to be stream of consciousness. You know?
Yeah. Honestly, I think there's something. There's a potential that was unexplored there, and I think you owe us all a great apology.
Well, I was just following orders.
What were the orders? Not to tell a joke?
I'm trying to. Let me see. All right, let's move on to the next section. Now this is the part where you do a material you've been working on, or if you have any premises you want to like try to flesh out or pitch, or if you want to say the N word, you know, just a couple times. Now's the time to do it. JD, you're up first, so let me know when you're ready to begin, and I'll start your time. If you need a couple seconds to gather your thoughts, let me know that. But if not.
that's right. So I had a nightmare a couple of days ago that I was getting beat up by the police. But then I woke up and I was still white. And I was like, oh, that was close. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there these days, about flat Earth, birds not being real, but my new favorite conspiracy theory is about Stevie Wonder not being blind. Did you guys know this was a thing? Because I feel like if Stevie Wonder isn't blind, you got to at least admire his dedication to the bit. You know what I mean? Like, he's been pulling this off for a minute now. And if he's going to like let us in on the joke, he needs to probably do it soon because he's going to miss the punchline. Do you guys know how this comes about? Like, this come about by Shaquille O'Neal. He said he was checking into a hotel one day. And you got finished checking in. And he walks into the elevator, and Stevie Wonder goes, "Hey, Shaq," without even speaking to Stevie Wonder. But you got to imagine that Shaquille O'Neal's penis was probably in the elevator 3 minutes before he was. But I'm not going to lie. I hope Stevie Wonder isn't blind. I think that would be the greatest thing of all time. Also, there are people out there who believe dinosaurs aren't real. If only we had some sort of proof or historical evidence, we could convince these people. And I don't know if you don't know anybody who doesn't believe in dinosaurs, let me assure you, your friends are smarter than mine. I've been to the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. with a person who didn't believe in dinosaurs. But there is no way a person could look at that skeleton and conclude that there was a dinosaurs, right? Wrong. Okay, that's where I need to. Also, started a new job. Now I'm making tiny homes. But I'm wondering if tiny homes are still considered mansions by midgets. Been reading some self-help books. Don't like that. They put responsibility on you. That's bullshit. If you're fat, it's your fault. First off, I have never made a donut sandwich with fried chicken in the middle of it for $4. I'm blaming KFC for that one. If you're broke, it's your fault. Bullshit. Did you know you can buy a bacon scented mustache on Amazon for under $5? How am I supposed to save money on deals like that with deals like that going on? Another thing, the self-help books always is writing a will. I'm 41 years old and single. And I do comedy. I don't see my kids fighting over my skid mark underwear once I pass away. And that is all I have. That's pitiful.
No, it wasn't. Don't be so hard on yourself, man.
That was good. There was some good stuff there. But I will say, JD, without trying to be a dink, it's still the same problem.
I was still rushing?
You rush to the end of every single joke you tell.
It seems a little more Ukrainian this time.
Yeah, it's like you can't stop yourself from doing it. But you have to learn. Seriously, do you play anywhere?
I've never been paid to do comedy, man. I've done open mics.
You've been in front of an audience before?
Yeah.
Okay. You've done some open mic work?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do that on stage?
I have. I've got the same criticism. Like I said,
Yeah.
I've got that criticism before plenty of times.
Well, what do you think? There's something to be said there?
Well, sure. Yeah. I've got to get it fixed.
I think it's pretty revealing myself.
Yeah.
But
That's why I like to do things like this, man, and on stage as much as I can, because first off, my speech pattern is quick to begin with. You know, it's weird for someone from Kentucky to have a speech pattern that I've got, you know.
You ever like record yourself and like listen to it?
Yeah, I do a podcast, man.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Because
there was one there. I'm trying to remember what the joke was. So I didn't take notes, but it was going on that track, and I felt it getting to a good point, and then you had a really obvious place to pause and take this gap, and then bang it at the end, and you didn't do it. And I kept saying to myself, "Why is he getting too fast? Why is he going so fast?"
Right.
Because the joke was there, but it didn't come off because you rushed to the end of it.
Right.
I mean, honestly, people need time to laugh. You need to take the time to let them. That's my advice. I got a couple of jokes that I could tell in 10 seconds, but I use it at least half a minute to tell the same joke.
Right.
And there's no difference between one or the other way. But I know that it works good if I use half a minute to get there as opposed to 10 seconds to get there. Because no one will laugh. No one will get it. They'll all just, ignore me.
Gotcha. What was you going to say, Blah?
People used to tell me that too. Like they would say I used to talk too fast. And I don't know, like I didn't really notice you talking super. Like my family's from New York, so they like all talk fast, I guess, compared to regular Midwestern folk. But it wasn't like hard to understand or anything. So it wasn't like like so fast that it was like inarticulate. But like You'd also probably get more bang for your buck, though. Like out of your jokes, if you, I guess, slow them down. Because, like, I mean, well, talking fast, you can tell more jokes in a set amount of time, but you can like, if you ever getting like paid or something, you got to do like some time, like a set amount of time. You can get more bang for your buck out of your jokes by talking slower. That's a life hack.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but fuck. Oh
No,
yeah,
seriously.
I was thinking about the actual jokes. The first one, wait, was the first one we told was about the police, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to see, because I was thinking of like another part at the end where you like wake up and you're still white, and then you like put on your police uniform and go out and like start beating people up.
All right. That was good. Yeah.
Or like, because white
No,
people
it's-
also get beat up by the police. And I was thinking like getting beat up versus getting beat down.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's always like a.
Or I woke up and I was still white so I can still get a cab for anywhere I want to go or something.
Well, there's something with that one, because that one you can kind of predict. I mean, well,
Yeah, the police officer kind of throws it off a little more, like a little more misdirection, probably.
yeah, I don't know, because like, I don't know. Like in a joke, like I always try to think of like the thing that people would least expect, the place people would least expect it to end up.
Right.
From like, I mean, based on where it started. I feel like that would be like a really, really good one. Like it's like a little tweaking. But anyway,
Well, I think without a doubt, you're the fastest speaking guy I've ever met from Kentucky. Most people from Kentucky speak like fucking maple syrup, and you speak like a club soda.
club soda.
Try to next time you do something like this, just try slowing it down. Do it twice yourself before you do this.
I think it would also help if you like just bang your head against the wall a few times before you start talking.
On camera?
Yeah, there's a good piece of advice for you from the man from Detroit who likes to bite people.
You seem to like Tiny Holmes joke.
How could you possibly not take good advice from that guy?
I don't like to bite people. It's a lifestyle choice.
You really want people to make some point of this that you're black, eh? I thought about it, but I don't have a joke.
We prefer the term dark brown.
Dark. Well.
Uh-oh. Looks frozen.
Oh, somehow I lost. I pushed the wrong button.
Oh, okay, there you are again. Okay, sweet.
Sorry.
I was beginning to.
I don't know what happened.
Break a sweat.
This is new for me. I've never done this before.
Yeah, that's. What
I have no clue. No, seriously. I kind of rely on having a group. Like it really gives me something to lift me. Otherwise, I'm a pretty dull guy. I am.
You seem like a fun guy.
No, I'm not laughing.
Especially when you're going to watch Star Wars.
No, I'm dull. I'm fucking dull. I used to be fun. But I got old. And I moved to a small town. And I told my lifestyle, so I'm not so much fun anymore. I do very little anymore.
Hey, can I ask you 1 second? I just had a thought about the Tiny Homes joke. Would it be funner if I said, I make tiny homes for a living now, but I like to tell people I make mansions for midgets?
Well, or what if instead of midgets, it was like ants or something.
Yeah.
Or like, because
Moths. I make mansions for moths.
moths.
Gypsy moths. Make some joke about a bug eating pantyhose. I mean, I don't know if that's
Well,
funny or not.
Man, what's it like? Because I'm thinking like a variety of small animals. Like, what's the most fun
Squirrels.
one to say?
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Beavers. I make
Yeah,
mansions for beavers. There you go. Beavers, that'll work.
yeah,
But
but
that's a
beavers are kind of chunky.
No, that's a pantyhose joke, my friend. That's a beaver with a slit. Right?
Hmm.
I don't know.
That's another one of those euphemisms that doesn't get bantied
That's
about
a
anymore.
this is the beaver happens to be the national animal of Canada. I mean, I don't know if you know that, but it's true.
I got a joke about beavers and
I don't.
moose, coincidentally, because like Canada's like right there. You know, it's like closer than Kentucky. But yeah, the tiny homes, because like I feel like midgets, like not to be like, you know, PC woke person or anything, but I feel like it would be less expected if it were like a small animal, because like midgets are still people, and
Oh hell.
yeah, and trust me, it pains me to say that midgets are people, but I feel like I have to, and since they're people, I feel like the expectation, because when you're building a tiny home, you're typically building it for people, you know, like that's where the mind goes. So if it were like for something that was not a person, I feel like it would add to the joke
Right.
more than something that is a person.
Well,
And
rather than midgets, if you want to stay with that run, elves would be better than midgets. My opinion.
you go down a rabbit hole about like fucking rude elves.
Well, an elf is not really it doesn't really exist. Okay, a midget does. So, and an elf is the same thing. This small person, right? But I don't think there's not really there's no legs to that joke, to be honest with you. The connection for making pantyhose and making something of great expanse. You have to find a different way to put it.
All right.
That's my opinion.
Thank you.
Oh. Sorry,
Something about that stretch that's could work somehow, or or you could say now you got a job making pantyhose, but you like to think of it as making masks for bandits or bank robbers. Nope. I'm trying. I'm trying to find.
Oh no, sorry. Someone was posted something about a show.
It's
I
a
wasn't paying attention.
totally different way of saying it. Of course it is. But the joke's funny by finding a way to link pantyhose to something that nobody expects. That's how it could be funny.
Right.
Right? And that's what you're trying to do with midgets. Right? You're trying to give me a picture of a midget trying to put on a pair of pantyhose and it being way too big for them. I mean, I get the idea. I'm not saying it's not a worthy idea. I'm saying there's maybe a better way to find it.
Right.
This has to be, something that plays out. I don't see that. How about you, Bilal? You agree with me, or am I talking?
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. I was here for all of it.
Yeah, thanks.
No, like
I kept
sorry,
only every minute of you. I honestly.
someone was like booking a show and they just posted about that. I had to take
Well,
a second.
I'm not trying to step on anybody's idea. I'm not.
No,
JD has his
you're good.
own.
I
I'm just trying to find a way to play with the joke. I'm
Yeah.
saying that's what this is for. Is for me to, play with you. You could play with
Pantyhose.
it, and you
What
did.
if I was thinking like pantyhose? Like, what if like you were a fireman and like you complaining about fucking how the fucking water always just like spurts out through the fucking silk gaps when you try to use the pantyhose, so you have to use the regular rubber one.
Well, that he's
Never mind.
different direction.
Sorry, I'm very wordplay heavy.
Play the idea of hose. No, I think there's legitimately some structure there. You just need something on top of it now.
All right.
But it's all, the groundwork is on there for sure. My opinion.
Cool. I think you're right, brother. You up?
Yep, Scott, it's your turn.
Oh,
Let me know when you're ready to begin. And I will
really, I went through all my stuff a couple of days ago, and I thought, well, fuck, I've done almost all of these dozens and dozens of times. I really don't want to play them anymore. So I'm trying to think of any jokes that I've got. Wait a minute.
I mean, if you do the old ones, though, someone might throw something at you that you didn't even expect.
Well, it's hard me. It's hard for me again. Those jokes. I've done them so many times, and with so many different crowds. They're not that much fun anymore. I don't think I can give you anything that will make you laugh. So, no, I'm just saying it's because I don't have a group here. There's no crowd. It's hard for me to think anything I would say is funny.
I mostly only laugh at jokes that are rape related.
You only laugh at jokes that are race related?
No, rape.
Rape?
Nah.
Rape? Oh, how I haven't got a rape joke. I'm sorry.
You're killing me, Scott.
I wish. I will tell you, if you're really, really serious about me saying whatever I want to say with absolutely no judgment on your part.
But hold on, let me log into my Twitter real quick.
Is that a rule? Because I'll look at this and see.
No, you can say whatever you want. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tweet it
wait,
as you say it.
I'm not judging you though. What the hell is this about?
Okay. I was listening to my iTunes the other day, and Amy Winehouse came on, and I was thinking maybe she should have said yes, yes, yes. Nothing.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you get the joke, or is that totally stupid?
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah,
You didn't get the joke because you don't know who Amy Winehouse is.
I know who Amy Winehouse was.
Well, you got the joke. So why are you telling me you don't know who Amy Winehouse is?
I never said that.
You just didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was good.
I love Amy Winehouse.
Loved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
So,
I mean, it depends on how good the embalming job was.
What would make that joke better?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't hear the joke. I looked at my phone for half a second because I got a message about a show, and I turned back and you were done talking. But I heard Amy Winehouse, and yes. Would you please repeat the joke?
Yes, yes, yes. And that's the joke, because Amy Winehouse has a song called Rehab, where she says, they told me to go to rehab. I said, no, no, no.
Okay.
So that's the joke.
All right.
Amy
Winehouse. It's so much better when you explain it.
All right.
I said it's not terribly funny.
Let me see. Amy Winehouse.
But I was trying to figure a way to make it funny.
Maybe.
Funny.
Maybe. Or, let me
Okay.
see.
Maybe making fun of somebody who died isn't funny at all. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Let me see. No. No. It's like it reminds me of Santa Claus, but like for rehab. Because he laughs. It's like ho ho ho. There's something. No. Yes. There's something there. I have to let the.
I sort of thought it was.
I think it's a good joke. I don't see what's wrong with it now. I think it's funny.
I mean, it honestly, that could play if you did it right and you have the right stuff. And I don't think this is the right stuff necessarily yet. And you wouldn't get every crowd to respond to it, definitely. But
I mean, it's kind of a deep.
I will tell you this is not a lie, okay? Because I'm thinking how doing all this shit. I actually was listening to my iTunes, and Amy Winehouse came on singing that song, and it popped into my head how fucking stupid it was that she died because she said no. Some way of making that work.
Guys, I don't want to be rude, but it's starting to get late on me. How late are we going to be? Because I got to get up at 6.
Oh, you got to get up.
Yeah, sorry. It's pretty late.
What's going on? No reason.
Let me see. Scott, are you gonna do a set?
I don't really have enough stuff here to do 5 minutes.
Okay, that's cool.
I'll just let JD go to bed. It's late for you guys now, so. But I had fun, and I will do over this next little while. I'll try to work out more new material, and so that I can actually do a set when I come back here. So.
Okay, so if you guys have any like social media you'd like to plug or any projects you're working on or anything, now's the time. JD, I'll start with you. You have anything?
Just Add Bourbon podcast. Do it with a couple of guys. We talk politics. We talk pop culture. We've been doing some great interviews, politicians, comedians. We just had Josiah Zahner on here, who's a biohacker with a CRISPR science. Just had Alan Levinovitz on here, who did the Joe Rogan podcast. Just Add Bourbon.
Cool.
That's cool.
Scott, do you have anything?
I think that's great. Yeah, look for my book next year. It'll be done by then. It's called The Great Wide Open.
Awesome. Well,
If
this
it's
concludes.
self-published, then that'll be what it is. But I'll put it online probably. Okay.
Okay. Well, this
Now
concludes the 99th episode of The Workshop. Bye.
See you guys.